Hey guys, welcome back to another video for ZGT 345. Again, this is for the same game as you saw earlier, the Garden Drifter game. Now, here we can see this is the vehicle blueprint. Now, there was a lot to do and mess with the vehicle in this game. I did a lot of, tinkering around just to get it the way I liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you here kind of what we did, or what I did. And so if you look on the right side, kind of where my cursor is, you can see there's a lot of, in the details panel right here, there's a lot of different variables and all kinds of stuff. So basically all what this stuff is just, essentially what I did was I changed the vehicle movement so that I was able to go a lot faster, had different types of, drivetrains, shifted quicker, you know, just making the physics of the car feel more personal. Changing how quickly it's steered, things like that. So I'm not going to go into super detailed over here, but just wanted to give you or show you, I guess, quickly how much you can actually change about the vehicle. But as far as the event graph for the vehicle, there was a lot to go into it. So probably one of the coolest things that I worked on, and I was actually worked on with a buddy of mine, Nathan Burdock. We did a lot of work with it, and it actually turned out pretty cool. Because the car initially could not drift. You had a handbrake, but you didn't really drift. You just braked really quickly. And so this kind of what you're looking at here, not so much up here at the up in here, but more so where you can see the impulse at locations and stuff. This is what he and I worked on to eventually get that drift that we really wanted. And it actually turned out pretty cool. If you saw in my first video how the car would kick itself out as I was driving. And so basically the breakdown for this real quick is we're just going through, and as you can see here, we're getting what's called an up vector, and then we're crossing it so that we can essentially always know the rotation of the car. That way, if it's if I jump in the air and it's kind of tilted and rotated to one side, it's still got the coordinate planes still all in reference towards the vehicle and not necessarily the world itself. And so that's what this kind of here does, or not kind of, that is what it does. And then as we move more into it, this right here, the impulse at location, what that does is in the viewport here, we'll see that back here behind, right about, if I can click on it, here we go. So right here, we have two different, there we go. So what these are components that allow us to act upon them. And so if we go back to the event graph, that's where the impulse is actually being added. That's that location, that target location. As you can see, it's being added towards the mesh. And then, obviously to bind it to a key. So that's what this is. And what I ended up doing is I made it so that there was two different kinds of drifts in the game. You could have a larger drift that would impact the vehicle more, and then there was more of a smaller drift that would impact the vehicle less, but would allow for a longer drift that appeared smoother, just to give a better or more availability towards the game for each player. So thanks again, guys, for watching another video for my CGT 345. Again, this was for the Garden Drifter game that I am creating for my final project. And I'll catch you guys next time. Adios.